Good morning from Panhandle Outdoors, America's only daily outdoor TV show. Your source for fishing, hunting, and information for folks who enjoy the great outdoors. Now sit back, relax. It's Panhandle Outdoors.
Good morning, folks. Welcome to Panhandle Outdoors. I'm Winston Chester. I'm glad you're here on this Friday morning. The first day of June. May is over with. And so here we are going into June. And in this month, 2018 will be halfway over. That's hard to imagine, isn't it? Time flies. I go to these graduations, see all these pictures on Facebook, people putting their kids on there in kindergarten, all of a sudden they're blinking and graduating, and that shows you how much time is flying. So I would encourage you on a regular basis, spend as much time with your family, with your friends, and spend quality time. And it's really been nice having our family here this week, and it's just real special. So I encourage you to do that yourself with your families and friends. So anyway, let's get started with our weather. I didn't mean to give you my philosophy of life, but one day I need to give it to you. Okay, high today going to be 86, low 76 out of 10 degrees. It's just really humid, and you understand why? All that moisture in the ground is coming on up now. It's been a lot of rain. Water temperature is 81.6, so it's creeping back up a degree or two. We have our big trip planned tomorrow in a Seminole wind and looking forward to it. So that's our, we just have a great time on that, catch some really nice fish with Captain Billy Archer. Our river reading is brought to us by Sandhill Seafood. A good weekend to go up there, eat some good fresh seafood. The Apalachicola to Bluntstown, 17.6. I'll repeat, 17.6 this morning. It's going to stay on up today and maybe start creeping down tomorrow. That's pretty high, folks. That's really high. The Choctaw at Caraville is right at 11 foot, and it's not quite peaking out, but it looks like it's going to peak on out the next day or two. So we don't have much more rain in there. We'll be okay. But that's high for the Choctawhatchee too, right at 12 foot. The tide chart brought to us by Kent Forest Lawn. Again, this is June the 1st, and we're in pretty good tide today, and we're going to be in good shape tomorrow. The high tide is at 10:46, and low tide is at 9:58 tonight. So we've got a high tide in the morning and a low tide in the afternoon. A marine forecast now is going to be coming out of the southwest at 10 to 15 today. Tomorrow, southwest at about 10 to 20. So a little bit stronger tomorrow if you plan on taking your boat out. Let's take a break and we'll be right back. All right, welcome back. Don't forget tonight and tomorrow night now, the Shout Out Shriners, the big rodeo, okay, that's coming up. Those guys work really hard, raise money for good causes. They've been on the show, and we support them 100%. So tonight at 7 o'clock and tomorrow night at 7 o'clock. Great fundraiser. Let's look at a couple of pictures, but before we look at the pictures, before we do anything now, I want to wish Mr. Buck Buchanan a happy 100th birthday. He will turn 100 on Sunday. He was born and raised in West Bay. Mr. Buck Buchanan of the Buchanan family out there, an amazing character. Got to visit with him the other day. Healthy. They finally got him. I talked to his son Fred, and he'd been doing the yard with a push mower up at 99 years old, and they made him quit doing a push mower, so got him a little riding mower now. So he's happy, but he's not getting much exercise as he did before, he said. So amazing guy. So Sunday afternoon after church, they have a little get together, and we're going to run up there and eat some of that cake and sing happy birthday to you. All right, let's move on up there in Chipley. Okay, Dennis Landingham. Talked to Dennis last night. Just finished his painting. This is special. This is down at East Point. You read what he said. I spent 2 days with the oyster men and women talking to them and taking photos. I found it was hard for them to get a 3-bag limit of oysters in a day. Many husband-wife team are working, trying to make ends meet on the water. That's the oil on canvas, and I think he sold that before it even dried, I think. But he spent some time, and they really work hard. All you folks down at East Point and Apalachicola doing that for a living, my hat's off to you, and I hope we can keep that bay in decent shape down there. Starting today, or actually tomorrow, National Fishing and Boating Week. How will you celebrate? Well, you celebrate by taking your boat out, or calling up your friends saying, take me for a boat ride. So anyway, National Fishing and Boating Week. Well, we're going to celebrate. We're going to go fishing tomorrow. I got that already. Here's one from Steve Crowder. Good email. Shell cracker. Hey, Winston, this year the shell cracker been bigger. This is my neighbor, Tommy Sanders, with a nice one we found Saturday. They were mixed with brim, and we had 46 that we kept. And here's a picture of them right there. And that's a pretty fish, a shell cracker and brim. That's a bread and butter to Panhandle. All right, we got some classes coming up. Okay, listen, this is hunter safety classes. They just got posted. This is Escambia County. Not many of y'all will be doing that one, but how about Gulf County, June the 16th? Go ahead and put that on your calendar. It's going to be at the Gulf Correctional Institute. It'll be from 8 o'clock to 3 o'clock on June the 16th. Okay, and that's going to be on a Saturday, of course. And Bay County, actually, they're going to do theirs on Saturday and Sunday. June the 16th and 17th from 8 a.m. to 3 p.m. up at the Bay County shooting range. So that's it's a good time of the year to get that done if you can squeeze some time in there. I know everybody gets busy over the summer, but that's a good time to do that. So don't forget those hunter safety classes. Email from John Mullen. Hey, Winston, been meaning to thank you for the fishing equipment prize. I DVR you daily and watch you every morning. I love the bass fish and enjoy the photos and stories associated with bass fishing. I appreciate the efforts you have made to continue and improve your daily show. Keep up the good work. John Mullen, also known as Big John the Hog Napper. And that's a big old fish that he catches a lot of those big fish and all. Okay? Also want to, I think that takes care of all our pictures, but don't forget about those hunter safety classes and all, and that's going to be a good situation. So let's get ready now. It's Friday. We're going to do our giveaways. Sandhill Seafood, and this is a big seafood platter, and they do all kind of seafood up there. And the other day I ate at the buffet. I don't like to eat at buffets because it's all you can eat, and I always sort of pig out and eat too much, like some of y'all do. So anyway, this is going to be the winner of the big seafood platter. It's going to be all the way from Parker. It's going to be, how about John Taylor? That'll be a good little meal for you, John. I know you can share it with, if like us, we'll get a platter a lot of times and just cut it in half and share it and all. So anyway, that takes care of that. We're going to take a break and come back in just a minute. Okay, welcome back. One of the things we want to talk about now, June the 1st, a lot of seasonal changes with FWC on fishing and all. Let's go over this. I showed it earlier in that yellow area now. Remember, grouper season was open now. They're going to close it, okay? Now, what in the state waters, the regular season is going to be open, let's see, Gulf waters are open June 1st or December 31st. Now, Franklin and Wakulla, they're open, April the 1st all the way through June the 30th, so they're open the rest of this month. So we do have an overlap between the Gulf state waters and the four-county region. So I thought they were closing, but it's going to be open. So anyway, be aware of that. And there's two areas I've mentioned right there in the center of the screen, in Madison, Swanson, and what they call steamboat lumps and all that. Those are two legendary areas that you can't fish in them. They're sort of a safe habitat for the really big fish. And I know Billy Archer takes the marine biologists out there. He has a contract with them a couple of times a year, and they'll stay overnight a couple of days and nights and catch all kind of fish, tag them, study them, and they send me some pictures of huge fish. And it's good to have an area like that. Sort of like in deer hunting and all, you have a safe haven for the big bucks and all, and it's good to have one area, because if not, it would be a lot of folks would be taking fish out of that, but they can go ahead and study them, and they can spawn over and over with some of these really large fish. So that's what those areas are. And you can't, people used to try to sort of drift in there, but now with electronics today, the Coast Guard and they can all tell you exactly where your boat is. And I hear all the time some of these guys that get too close to it, they'll send a jet from Tyndall for Coast Guard, and they'll come in and buzz you, and then if you stay in there, they're going to send a boat after you and give you a ticket and all. So not many people violate it intentionally. Some people drift in there accidentally, I guess, but it's a good area. We'll talk more about that Madison Swanson. Maybe tomorrow on my fishing trip with Billy, I may get him to talk about it, because he and I have a good talk. We'll run out there about 3. We take about a couple of hours just running out there to our spot, and he and I always have a good talk and all. So maybe that's one thing I'll ask him to share with you. Okay, now let's go from offshore fishing to speckled trout fishing. June is a great month to go speckled trout fishing. Look at these strong tides we have, incoming tide, get up in there in shallow water, outgoing, try to get in those channels. So I got this little video. We're going to run this video, a little 5-minute video. Then we're going to come back and then do our famous Friday fishing report. But we got to do our drawing now for the second segment. It's going to be for Tarpon Dock. Good folks down there, Tarpon Dock Seafood, and winner of the the $20 gift certificate. We always do it first, and that's going to be all the way from Sneed's, Sandra Goodson from Sneed's, and the Big Red Snapper. And they give you the whole thing, or they'll fillet it out for you. I don't know if you tried snapper lately, but it's worth. I was over in the bar this past weekend, $19.95 a pound. Okay, so you get a couple of pounds of that. That's a lot of money. And the winner of that's going to be from Freeport, Chad Smith. So we've got Parker, Sneed's, and Freeport represented this morning. All right, so let's go, Jeff. Let's go ahead and run this video on catching some of these speckled trout here in North and West Bay. All right, Mason, I got the camera on, buddy. What you got?
Another trout.
All right.
You want to measure him?
Walk on up to the front, That way I'll get back here. That's better. Okay. We're going to have to release him. Good job. You need the pliers here. Unhook them. Here you go. That's pretty close. You need these? That wind's really picking up. We just measure for the heck of it and see. All right, I'll put your pole down. How big is it? About 13. 13, all right. Oh, he'll be fine, he's gone. Good job.
Yeah, that's a ladyfish. Well, no, that's a trout.
Get up. Oh, nice little trout. They like that mirror, Dean. That's illegal, man. Get him in the boat. Get him in the boat. Hold him up, buddy. Let me get a picture of you. That's my little grandson there, Mason. With a pink hat on. All right, here.
Will you take one with your phone?
Yeah, hold on.
Little trout.
You saw him. What did you do?
Well, I was reeling him in and I didn't feel anything on there, and he came off for about 10 seconds, and then he started hitting it again and got back on.
He was hungry. All right, can you get him?
Yeah.
You need the pliers, or can you get them with your hand? All right. It's your good. All right.
You want to get a picture?
Now we need to fish some more. Got him. Good job. All right. Go up front of the boat so I can film you better.
That looks like a redfish.
Let's see. I was thinking redfish. That's still trout. Good.
I say it's 14 inches.
Put the rod down. Where's your rod? It ain't 15, is it? 14?
14.
14. All right, throw them back.
Can I see the pliers?
All right, here we go. There you go. That's good.
It's just keeping us in the
All right, throw them out. Throw them.
You want to take a picture with your phone?
Yeah. Hold on. All right, we on, buddy. We on. Yeah. All right. trolling motor on? You turn it off.
It's on. It's keeping us. It's at full power.
All right.
Another trout.
All right. Measure them out. That's close. See what it measures when I see that ruler. "14 inches. Every one of them 14 inches. They're all the same family. You want a picture or not?
That's one way to get them off.
You want a picture?
Yes, sir.
Oh. Okay, folks, welcome back over the Famous Friday report and the Famous Friday fishing forecast. And I was talking to Jeff during the break right there. We really hadn't had much of a report this week, obviously because of the weather. Not very many people fish, and we understand that, but we are getting into the first week of June. The moon was full a couple of days ago. All kind of neat things going on. I was trying to think of some interesting things this time of year in late spring, and summer's going to take off in another week or two. But I was thinking about last night, the Ocklawahan River, Lake Talquin and the Ocklawahan River. This is on a far eastern end of our viewing area. And right here in the middle of the screen, of course, is the Lake Talquin Dam. And I just have so many fond memories. That's sort of my home, I say our home lake where we fished growing up and all. But what I was going to show you, this area right here, you see Highway 20 where it crosses. Highway 20 crosses right there at Ocklawahan. But this is the old bridge and all, the original old bridge. And I remember as a kid, I got to tell you this quick story. I'm talking about real little. My granny was keeping my brother and I and some other cousins. There's 3 or 4 of us. We're fishing under the bridge, or we just playing around. Granny's fishing, Granny Mills, and she caught an eel. It's the first time we'd ever seen an eel, and with old cane pole. And she brought that up. We're under the bridge where those little concrete things are, and we all started jumping around, screaming and hollering and all that. She was telling us to be quiet and help her get it off the hook. That's the first time I ever saw an eel was right up under that bridge at Ocklawahan. But what would be fun now if you could just go all the way down to Ocklawahan River, all the way down, fishing and camping and all and it goes into an area on through Tate's Held area. But what is cool, it empties into, right here in the center of the screen, Ocklawahan Bay. And that is a really neat area there. And that's one first thing you think about, a lot of good tarpon fishing. These tarpon, for some reason, really come up in Ocklawahan Bay. This is where they've got a state park here. Great fishing over here. This is Panhandle, and then coming on in here toward Caravel. But we don't talk about this area a lot. Really good fishing when Ocklawahan River comes out. So brim fishing would be good, but tarpon fishing is about to take off. And we're going to work our way. Today we're going to go from eastward to westward. We've talked to Caravel on the phone this week, and they've had a really good report as far as grouper and all the week before. You got the river here. Again, this weekend, I'm telling y'all now, this weekend is going to be some really good fishing. Those fish, they're going to be what the old timers say, they're going to be chewing. And what they mean by that, the rough weather and all the waves and everything and the current and everything sort of kept them laying low. And now they're going to be chewing. And with the southwest wind, going to be some great fishing back here. Now next week on St. George Island, we'll talk about fish with some cousins. We're going to be together next week. We'd like to speckled trout fish right through here. Redfish and speckled trout fishing is going to be excellent. You can go down to the state park and fish on this end, but the Pompano runs about over. Whiting runs is going to be good on the rest of the summer. But right through here, and you've seen the videos we've done before. And if you really want to catch some big redfish now, you have your boat and everything, this is ground zero as far as Franklin County and is going out catching these big bull reds, the Bob Sykes cut. On the incoming tide, you hang right through here, and outgoing tide, you'd be right through here. That right there, some of the best pompano fishing in Florida Panhandle. We used to go there by beach, but this housing development years ago cut it off, so you go by boat, and that is a great place to catch pompano. I'm serious, that might be the premier spot in the Florida Panhandle, but don't tell anybody I said that. They're gonna be mad. Okay. Again, Apalachicola Bay, we'll talk about the river fishing and all. Speckled, it's going to be muddy. High river and all, it's going to be tough fishing up through here. A lot of high water is going to be coming in here. You're going to have a lot of muddy water coming through here. You're going to have to fish some top water. It's not going to be much sight fishing, but it's going to be a challenge to fish this weekend on the Apalachicola River. St. Joe Bay should be pretty clean, and we got a west-southwest wind coming up this way, so fishing around Black's Island up in here. We're going to do some serious fishing next week, I can promise you. Right up in here, I'm going to try to drift fish all through here for trout and redfish. And I may early in the morning do a little bit of surf fishing. I do want to go down, I will be fishing some down at Indian Pass on an outgoing tide, and we're probably going to catch some flounder, okay? But that's going to be a good place to fish. That's what I'm going to do next week, summertime. Crooked Island Sound, it's a well-kept secret. Everybody in the world knows about Crooked Island Sound now. It's just going to get more and more crowded, but it's still great fishing in Crooked Island Sound. So make sure you know that area there. East Bay is going to be wrapped up with good fishing this week. Okay, up in Allenton, there'll be a lot of noise up in there, but on these oyster bars here, of course, Sandy Creek coming in here, Callaway Bayou, all this area here is going to be excellent, good. Just topwater fish are going to be good, topwater fishing. Right here, we'll talk about San Andrew Bay a lot. Tomorrow, well, maybe this afternoon, I'm going to try to, with the wind, I'm going to fish right through here, maybe this afternoon. I probably will fish it. I am going to be there this afternoon. I just made up my mind. I'm going to be pretty bayou up through this area right here. Their boat ramp is getting better, okay? They're working on it. You can still launch your boat there. Tonight, if you really want to catch some big bull reds, right through here, up under the dam, up under the bridge, I mean, with the tide, big bull reds, they'll catch some big bull reds tonight, I promise you. Over in here, you're going to have some good speckled trout fishing, and I'm running out of time. Tell your friends to watch this on YouTube for the fishing report. Y'all have a great weekend. Do something good for your fellow man. Enjoy the great outdoors, and God bless.
Thanks for watching America's only daily outdoor TV show, Panhandle Outdoors with Winston Chester, featuring hunting, fishing, and other activities and information to help you enjoy the great outdoors. Join us next time for Panhandle Outdoors.